Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Magician with a Microphone podcast. And I apologize for not putting a podcast up last week. I was supposed to, and then I recorded it, hated it, and basically I just didn't post it. So this week I am posting it. This week it's going to be relatively quick, I guess. Not a lot of wrestling talk, with the exception of Big E winning the WWE Championship, which was very, very overdue, I think is the right word. Overdue. Very happy for him. It was the first time ever in WWE history that a black champion lost the title to a black competitor. So, great, it's a great thing for the black community. And wrestling fans in general. Look, I've always been one, dude. I was so fucking happy when Kofi Kingston became the first black champion. I was like, dude, overdue. Booker T should have done it years ago. I understand why they say The Rock was the first black champion, but unfortunately, he's got the half Samoan heritage, so, he wasn't really, like African American, like born. But when Kofi did it, dude, I was so fucking happy for him. And then I saw the clip of MVP and Shad Gaspard watching it, and I was like, oh, man, that's such a feel-good moment, But Big E becomes the fourth African-American WWE champion to ever hold the title. Happy for him. The dude's a hard worker. The dude deserves it. The dude is funny. He can wrestle. He's extremely agile and athletic for a big dude. And you know what? I hope he holds on to this title for a very long time. I hope that, oh man, I'm so happy for him, So happy for him. And I hope Xavier's got a title shot coming soon, man. I'd love to see all three members of the New Day as an eventual WWE champion. That would be great. Otherwise, I can't really say too much about it, Didn't really watch Raw. Didn't even watch AEW. I had a friend who was there sending me pictures and stuff. So, I guess we got a super card coming up pretty soon. Next week, I think. So, who knows? Maybe I'll review that. Let's see. Today is Thursday, September 16th. Yesterday was my daughter Brooklyn's 4th birthday. So, I wasn't able to see her. Unfortunately. But I was able to talk to her. So happy birthday to Brooklyn. And yesterday was also, as I had found out, another friend of mine's birthday. And it turns out that that friend of mine also has a cousin who has the same birthday. And then I find out that I know somebody else who's got the same birthday. So I guess September 15th is birthday day. It's like today, September 16th, is my friend Jimmy's birthday. On September 13th, it was my grandmother's birthday. I don't know, maybe there's another birthday coming up that I don't know. If it's your birthday and you're listening to this, happy birthday. Hit like if you could. Can you imagine if I was hired for all of those things? I would be ripping myself apart trying to get to all of those gigs, man. Shit, I don't know if I'd even be able to do it. But speaking of gigs, speaking of magic, and speaking of shows, today being the 16th, that means that 3 days ago was September 13th, which means that the day before that was September 12th. And what was on September 12th? Magic at the Bijou. And guys, do I have a promo for you? So allow me to take a quick sip of my Arizona. And strap in, it's promo time. There we go. Ooh. Arizona, half mango, half iced tea. It's like an Arnold Palmer, but with mango instead of lemonade. Good stuff. And I also got this stuff called Ooze Tube. Blue raspberry, gel candy? I don't know. Gonna try that out periodically as well. Opening it now, so let's see. What is it? You pop it open, you squeeze it in your mouth, I guess? No, can't squeeze it in your mouth because there is a protective little tube thing on here. Hold on. Well, it's definitely oozing, that's for sure. Oh, got a sweet blue raspberry taste. A little sour. Not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, that's pretty good. I might get that again. Anyway, so, guys, it is promo time. Now, what was I talking about when we were like, what, 2-3 weeks away from the show? People told me they bought tickets and didn't really buy tickets. Was that ever the case? I want to say right off the bat, let's get the good shit out of the way first. Then I'm going to go and rant and rave about how pissed off I am at all the people that told me they were going to come and didn't. And, just in general, just how aggravating it is as a performer who's trying to, make it in this business. So, the show itself was actually very long. It was a 2-hour show, it turns out. So, I had my friends Pete and Chris from Pete and Chris Amusements opened up the show for me. They did a quick 20-minute act. It was really funny. It was really energetic. It got the kids going. They had a lot of fun. Basically, they came in. So I had done the research. It turns out there is another Bijou Theater in Louisiana. So the idea was they were going to come in, and I'll even tell you the original idea. They were going to come in and pretend, that they were at the Bijou Theater in Louisiana. And they're saying, they came out going, "Hello, Louisiana! This is the Bijou in Louisiana." And all the kids in the crowd, because I'm watching from the side, all the kids in the crowd are like, what the fuck is going on? So they made a whole bunch of puns and inside jokes. And they did a really decent 20-minute act with tricks that I told them to do, tricks that I personally wanted them to perform, and they did for me. But the idea was they were going to be performing, they were going to be lost. They took a wrong turn on the highway and ended up in Bridgeport, Connecticut at the Bijou Theater in Bridgeport, and we're going to do a whole stage show, and originally they were going to get thrown out. Well, because none of my friends were there to help me with crew, couldn't do that. So, let me try this blueberry stuff again. Hold on. Oh, wow. It's good, but goddamn, strong. Anyway, so I come out. I do a dancing cane routine, which I had never done in public before. Never done it on stage. And it worked out almost flawlessly. And then I actually almost dropped it, so I had to cut it a little early. But you know what? Nobody noticed it, which was good. Took my bow, said, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bijou Theater." Everybody was excited. I got into my first trick. I did my spot board, then I did my cup routine. Then I did a couple of new things, actually. I had a mentalism frame trick that I was going to do. I did a card disappearing trick where it kind of like gives away the secret to the trick, and then you throw a sucker at them, and turns out that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I did my rope through the neck routine, which I actually had not done in like 10 years. Because the last time I did it, I ended up in the hospital because I basically slipped a disc in my neck. Because with that trick, you have to be very careful. If the people pulling the rope don't pull it at the exact same time, the knot in the front will tighten and basically crush your throat. So, there's that. Did my straitjacket escape, which people loved. I actually went through the crowd and had people like tie me up in the straitjacket, which was really, really cool. I'm going to be doing that method from now on. I did the floating carpet routine, which I did to an Eddie Van Halen tribute, my linking rings, maybe a card trick or two. It was a good show. My show was probably about an hour, I would say an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes. Then we had the aftermath, the meet and greet afterwards. So, which was a lot of fun, very successful. Had kids come up and take pictures after the show, which I always like doing that. It's cool. It's an ego boost, but hey, that also means that the kids had to have liked it if they want to come up and get a picture with me. So, as usual, the Bijou is always the best place to work with and work for. And Gary, oh wow, this blue raspberry stuff was like crazy strong. Wow. Gary, who is the owner of the Bijou, he is probably one of the best people to work with in the entertainment industry because he's just so laid back, so easy going, so easy to work with. He'll take your ideas. He'll consider your ideas. You know, if I go to him, hey, I want to do this type of show, he'll be like, all right, let's do it. Let's pick a date. You know, that sounds really cool. I think that sounds really different. You know, anything you want to throw at him, and you know, he'll accept it, and you know, we can do it. And then, you know, it's also one of those places where I can literally walk in. I can say, hey, Gary, I got a new trick. I need to rehearse it. Can I use the theater? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'll unlock the door. I'll go back up to my office. So, and, you know, I would love one day. I even told him I kind of like, you know, started to open Pandora's box a little bit. I would like to eventually take over the theater when Gary gets out of the business because I do have a lot of passion for it, and I would like to be able to get into the theater business and figure out how to do everything. And, you know, the Bijou is a great place to start. Plus, at that point, I would have, like, my own stage. So, you can get as many shows as you want as long as you have your own, as long as you're booking them yourself, you know? So, overall, though, I think if I had to rate my own show, I would rate it a 7.9 out of 10. I would say a 7.9. Because there were a lot of great things about the show. I mean, like, yeah, there were certain tech things that went wrong. Yeah, there was, like, a cue that was off. My smoke machine, like, cut out. It's okay, though. It was an old smoke machine. I understand. I'm all right with it. It still made everything look really fucking cool. So, I just need to make sure I have 2 of them next time to really get that cool effect. You know, lighting was good. We had it. It was basically on point, with the exception of like maybe 1 or 2 cues that were off just a tad bit. Music was on point. Tara, who was my tech person, who was actually the widow of my original tech guy, Snacks. She did a great job, you know, with what she had and what she had time to learn. So I was actually very impressed and very happy. So overall, yeah, 7.9 for the show if I had to rate it myself. Things I would change, probably I want to get some bigger illusions in there. Maybe add some music to just the background, you know, maybe something like that. Definitely would like to get more music in the show, too, because I actually played guitar in the show, and it was pretty cool. Wow, here goes my itchy voice again. Otherwise, and one other big thing too. I guess I did a trick that not a lot of people could see from the back of the theater, and I have to just fix that and figure out how I can make that work. Otherwise, I'm satisfied with how it went. I really wish that people showed up, because that's what I'm getting into now. $39 people at this show. 39 fucking people bought tickets to this show. 39. 39 people, after all of the advertising, all of the marketing that I did, the day of the show, we had 39 ticket sales. I gave away 20 comp tickets, not one of them showed up. I had a donation from somebody from TikTok who bought 4 tickets for a family of 4, but because he lives in Arizona, he could not make it, so he said to donate them to somebody who would need them. And there was a family that came in. I was actually supposed to do a magic show for their birthday party the day before, and they had to cancel that party because I guess the dad was in like Louisiana doing hurricane relief. So completely understandable reason to you know, cancel the magic show, because the weather was beautiful that weekend. The only weekend we've had so far this entire summer and soon to be fall where it was beautiful weather on both all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So they got the comp tickets that were donated. Otherwise, nobody fucking used their comp tickets. Nobody showed up. Okay? We had a couple of ticket sales at the door. Where did I see the number? I think it was after everything. Was it 79 or 80 people that showed up? Because figure the 39 that had bought ahead of time. They were all accounted for at the door. No. 37 were accounted for at the door because one of my friends said that he bought tickets and didn't. And then somebody else, I guess, bought tickets and never showed up. Then there were a decent amount of door buys. So I think overall we had just under 100 people in the theater. Good crowd, though. Good crowd for under 100 people. A lot of energy. Happy that it happened that way. But I noticed that my audiences are starting to get smaller and smaller. The first time I did a show with the Bijou, we attracted almost 200 people. The second time it was just under 150. This time it's under 100. But let me get into my little rant about this, okay? People did not realize that I have access to the ticket sale page. And I had maybe 20 people say, "Bro, I bought my tickets. I'm ready for the show. I bought 4 tickets. I'm bringing my boys with me. Yo, I bought tickets, man. I'm coming down. Here's my confirmation." Bro, you never bought fucking tickets. You never bought fucking tickets. Let me explain something. And let me explain why it hurts so much. Because it's not necessarily that I'm mad because of a low audience. I'm mad because I support people. I do. I really do. I support people. I try to, at least. You know, I support my friends. I support my family. I use my friends' music if they're musicians. I'll go to my friends' business if they're businessmen. If you sell insurance, I'll buy your insurance over anybody else. If you fix cars, I'll have people go to you in order to get their car fixed before I go to like Meineke or something. Or like a mobile that fixes shit. I will make sure that my friends get business. If you're an entertainer, I'll make sure that people use you. If you're a DJ, I make sure that people use you. I'll use you. When it comes to spending $20 on a ticket for a magic show that, I wouldn't have even been offended if you had just showed up and said, "Hey, bought a ticket. Unfortunately, I can't make it tonight. Consider it a donation. Good luck tonight, man. Best of luck. Break a leg. I hope everything goes well." If you were to do that, or at least send me a text, "Hey man, bought a ticket to your show as a donation. Can't make it out. Have fun. I donated to your cause." That would have been great. One person did that, actually. One person did that. Otherwise, people were too busy, going to car shows and traveling to other states and going to birthday parties, going to other people's events, giving me excuse after excuse after excuse to why you can't make it, giving me excuse after excuse after excuse of why you can't just come down and show a little bit of support. You tell me you support me, but you don't show up. And it sucks because of the fact that I make sure that I try to support people. I talk very highly of my friends. I talk very highly of my family, especially when they run a business, especially when they're trying to make something of themselves. But, you don't get shout-outs on Facebook. You don't get invites to you don't get people sharing your event, inviting people, their friends and stuff. You don't, I don't get that, But it's okay. It's all right. Look, I get it, man. I get it. I've always been. Look, you ever had that group of friends, and it's you ever wonder who the asshole is, and if nobody says the asshole is you, or no, I'm sorry, it's the opposite. A group of friends, if you ask them who the asshole is, and there's that one person who says, "Oh, nobody here's an asshole," guess what? Everybody thinks he's the asshole. That's basically, I guess you could say that's how it is with my friend group. I'm also very insecure, and I know that people talk shit about me. I also know that I really don't think like my friends really like me too much. It's one of those situations. Look, I don't drive. I'm kind of down on my luck right now. I don't have all the money in the world. I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I'm a burden to keep around. So I get it. Fucking dude, it's not even something that troubles me. Like I understand. But like shit, I get it that like shit comes up, but when you make plans after I announce the date, that's the thing that kills. Because I try to make my shows on days where nobody's going to be doing anything and no events are going on. I figure, dude, it's going to be the day after 9/11. Nobody's going to be fucking doing anything that day. But I'm sitting there in the front of the theater, and I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck, man. I don't know anyone who came to the show. I don't know a single person who bought a ticket to the show. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people who claim that they support me. But they didn't show. And the fucking weird thing is like, it's not even far. So where I live in Connecticut, the Bijou is in Bridgeport. I live in Naugatuck. If you can't get down there by driving, there's a bus line that brings you right to the theater. Uber is only $30. But of course, everybody I know drives. It's not even half a tank of gas. Parking was free that day. The weather was nice. And if it was a show for any of my friends, I would have gone. But it's never the opposite, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Yeah, not all of my shows work. And, I got the consistent, I've always got the consistent earworm of, oh, it's not working. Maybe it's time to get a real job. Dude, no. It's not working because I don't have the fucking support. You ever think that maybe if you came to my fucking shows and bought tickets and fucking supported my merch and shit, I wouldn't have to be thinking about possibly having to get another real job? Fuck. This is the thing I can't understand about people. How the fuck are you going to spend $400 on a pair of Nikes and not $20 on your friend's show? How are you going to spend fucking $800 on a PlayStation and not $25 for a t-shirt that'll support your friends? I fucking support my fucking friends, dude. If they have music, I download all of my friends' fucking music. I could show you my playlist on my phone. Anytime my friends post something on fucking Spotify or on fucking, if it's up on Google Play, even if I don't fucking know you that well, I will support your shit. I will make sure that I am a number that is improving your fucking searchability. Again, if you're a mechanic, I will make sure that I send people to you. If you're a maintenance worker, I will make sure that you're fixing some of my friend's shit. I will make sure that other people are getting, business done by you. If you are a landscaper, I will make sure that people know that you do it instead of the fucking, greens people or something like that. All right? If you're a musician, I will listen to your music. I will use your music in my videos. And it doesn't sound like a lot. I have 16,000 fucking people on my TikTok. Now, in social media world, that's not a lot. But in real world, that's an arena. That is a small fucking... That is more people that then can fit in the Webster Bank Arena in Bridgeport. Right around the corner from the Bijou. I have more followers than fucking seats in an arena. Okay? I have another friend who's an artist who's a little self-conscious about his work, didn't really want his shit in there. I just got him a spot at the fucking gallery here in Ansonia, and his shit's going to be up right in time for the Harvest Festival, which has got a projected 15,000 fucking people coming to this thing. I just told Rich today to stop using the people that he's using and use my friends, Pete and Chris, because they can offer better shit. Even though I can't say too much about Pete and Chris. They opened up the show. But fuck. If you own a restaurant, I'm going to eat at your restaurant. I don't care if the food is shit. But you can't be bothered to fucking take 2 hours of your time. Not even 2 hours of your time. Show up for 20 fucking minutes. Come and see one of my shows. And I'm not saying like, oh, this is desperate. Oh, I need people to see my show. My show sucks. But it's the support that would fucking be great. And then you're going to turn around and tell me that it's not working and that I need a real job. Just like my fucking mother does. All the fucking time. My mother literally went on Facebook one day and told everybody on a fucking forum that I was having too many mental problems and that I couldn't do magic and that I wasn't good to hire out. And then fucking that day told me that my magic wasn't working and that I need a real job. But when it came to her businesses and shit, when she was selling fucking energy drinks that didn't take off, or selling video games that didn't take off, or selling her fucking all of her other shit that never took off, that she quit on, I was still fucking supporting her. This is from family. I'm not trying to use that to go off of my mother, because I'm not. I'm just saying I've dealt with this from fucking everyone. And I just saw a really nice Bel Air drive by, and that was fucking gorgeous. But I get this from everyone, who are all going to turn around and say that my magic isn't working and I need a real job. Well, fucking support me. You fucking hypocrites. Holy shit. And yet you would spend fucking $800 on a fucking festival ticket. For a fucking artist that doesn't even know you, doesn't fucking care about you. After all of my shows, I go out and I greet every fucking person who showed up and thank them for showing up. Take pictures with them, sign their shit, anything they want. Because I care about the people that show up and support me. Even if I don't know them. I'll make sure that everybody has... I don't leave until everybody has fucking taken a picture or wanted something signed, gets it signed, or, just wants to talk to me for a little bit. I charge $20 a ticket. You know who's not going to do that? Drake. You know who's not going to fucking do that? Lil Uzi Vert. You know who the fuck is not going to take time after doing a show that they worked so hard on? You know who's not gonna fucking take time to talk to you? Billie Eilish. You know who's not gonna fucking meet you after the fucking show? Hate to say it, the Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, not gonna do it. Penn and Teller do it. Steve-O does it. I do it. I really wish people understood what goes into one of my shows. How much money I spend. Let me break this down, because now that I'm on this, I'm going to be on this. I spent $700 on advertisement alone. Physical advertisement. Not even something on the internet, because I couldn't. Because Facebook decided that they wanted to block me from being able to put any ads up because I owed $2.48 that I couldn't pay off. So I had to do it the old-fashioned way. I had to do advertisement before Facebook. I had to go and plaster every fucking town I went into with postcards and posters. And I got a big poster made up for the Bijou. And I called billboard companies and offered, I needed to get the pricing on billboards. Unfortunately, they were too expensive. But I went from town to town in 105-degree weather. During heat waves, during rainstorms, putting up posters, putting up fucking signs, putting in postcards everywhere. Giving postcards to people. Every fucking week I was out there. I cut my golf schedule out. I stopped doing CT golf reviews so I can fucking work on this show. I haven't done a golf review in 2 months. Even then, when I was doing golf reviews, I was telling people about the show. I would go in a restaurant. I did free events at restaurants. I was doing free close-up magic, just trying to get the word out. I was doing podcasts. I was fucking trying to talk my way in other events that I can get into where I can spread the word. I was traveling all over the place, not getting help from anyone. I was down at the Bijou every week, rehearsing the show, making sure it was done right. That's gas money. You know, and then I got to redo the fucking show a couple of times because I don't like something in it because it's not right for the people that are going to be watching. That takes up time. Then I had to buy a couple of new things. I had to buy new tricks. I spent $400 alone on a new trick for the show. During rehearsal, I fucking pulled my hamstring so bad I thought I tore my quad. Or my leg muscle, whatever the quad is. I thought I tore it. During a rehearsal. I had to put my guitar shit on the side so I could work on this show. On top of that, I'm booking other gigs. I'm fucking trying to perform other gigs. While I'm there, I'm at the other gigs. I'm telling them about the show. And nobody fucking shows up because you can't be bothered. And you know what the worst part is? I say all this, I'm mad about all this. I'm still going to support my friends. I'm still going to support I'm still going to support everybody. I'm still going to talk very highly of everybody. If they're fucking struggling, I'm not going to say, oh, wow, your business is failing. I guess you better get a real job. Because it's hypocritical. All the while, I got people down my fucking throat because my kids are down in Florida. Moral of the story, guys, support your local artists. You know why? Because you support the big ones. And nobody becomes big without being local first. And don't give me this COVID bullshit either. Oh, we couldn't gather because of the COVID risk. You're packing yourselves into movie theaters. You're going to the fucking amphitheater around the corner. The fucking Stress Factory sells out every night. You're not afraid of COVID. Don't give me that fucking horse shit. But my rant's over. All I know is that I am determined one day to be able to sell out the Bijou, and I actually have a plan that might be able to get me to do that, and it will improve my marketing skills as well. My next show, I'm hoping, is going to be at the Strand Theater in Seymour. Oh, I know. I said I'd never perform there again, but I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I should test this. I should really test the marketability of myself. My next theater show is going to be a free show. No admission. No cost to get in. And if you can't be bothered to show up to that, then I know it's me. So, we'll find out. We'll have to see what happens. But, guys, I hope you enjoyed the Magician with a Microphone podcast. Again, I'm sorry for ranting. I'm sorry. You got to understand where I'm coming from. Plus, I have a huge announcement that I'm going to be making, too, next week. Once I think I've got permission to announce it. But, look at my Facebook and you'll see what it is. So, all right, guys, I'm Chris Langle with Chris Langle Magic. I will talk to you later. And, again, support your local artists. See you next week.